I'll do this one right off the top of my head. It's a story about a night watchman. I saw the position advertised a couple of weeks back. It said night guard at the market shop, £22 per hour. The shift is 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. This struck me as unusual. What kind of supermarket grocery store would need a security guard while it was closed during the night? Was crime really that bad in the area? But I needed the money badly. And so a couple of days later, after a phone interview, I was asked to show up for my first shift. When I arrived at the supermarket, I could see why they may need a night guard. The grocery store was at the edge of a run-down area. Large signs all around said space for rent, and judging by all the empty windows in the offices, no one had been taking them up very much. Very run down. As I approached the building, I saw a woman hurrying away from the store. I made eye contact with her, and she said, catching her breath, "You must be the night guard." "That's me," I replied. "You've been left some instructions." I put them on the conveyor belt at the register one, the cash register. She then gave me a nod and stepped around and quickly headed off for her car in the car park, which was deserted. Her car was the only one in there. "Thanks," I said, thinking this is my co-worker, so I should at least try and be friendly. I was going to ask her what her name was, but she just seemed to disappear. Eager to get away, she dived right into her car, slammed the door, and she was away, leaving the car park empty. Just a few flickering lights, street lights, and it was a chilly wind outside. Rubbish and paper bags and things were blowing around, and so I thought I'd better get inside. It's getting a bit cold. I stepped up to the entrance and the glass doors squeaked open. They parted automatically and I walked inside. Despite the outward appearances, the shop was actually pretty nice inside. Bright fluorescent lights bathed everything in harsh clinical light. Music played from hidden speakers. I couldn't see them, but music was playing, ambient music, incidental stuff, a bit kind of jazzy. I walked over to the register one, and there was a folded piece of paper there waiting for me, a note. I picked up the note and began to read. Welcome to our family store, the note said. We really hope you enjoy your first shift. And to help you, we have compiled a list of rules and guides that should make your shift go easy. As the night guard, you're expected to patrol around the shop every 30 minutes, making sure nothing is amiss. You may spend the rest of the time in the restroom at the back of the store, where you can monitor the shop floor via the security cameras. Do not go down aisle 9. Do not look down aisle 9. If you hear banging, knocking, scratching coming from within the freezers in the frozen food area, just ignore it. If you see a shopping trolley that hasn't been put away, please return it to the shopping cart store at the front. Do not be alarmed if you find a pool of blood in the meat aisle. Sometimes our meat packages leak. Just head to the storage cupboard, get the mop and bucket out and clean it up. Do not step in the puddle or touch it in any way. If you see anyone in the store, immediately head for the restroom and stay there until they leave. Don't call the police or report a break-in. Do not make eye contact with anyone. The music will play throughout the store. It comes from a pre-recorded tape of instrumental jazz. If the music ever stops, go to the break room immediately. Stay in the restroom until the music resumes. Under no circumstances end your shift early. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy your shift.